Hey, I'm Eric, and today I'm taking a deep dive into a new metaverse platform called Nbox. There are a ton of metaverses being built these days, but this one is a very unique feature, and I'm going to explain and show you why in this video. And of course, we'll also take a deep dive into the rest of their white paper. As always, nothing in here is financial advice, and full disclosure, the team actually reached out to me and compensated me to make this video. I know, crazy, right? And they've also given me a referral code to share, which I'll talk about later. All right, let's get started. First off, as I mentioned, Nbox is a metaverse platform, and it's intended to align players, guilds, and developers so that they all have the same interest, which is to earn and grow the value of the Nbox token. And the first thing that really stood out to me in this ecosystem was that 100% of the tokens are going to be distributed to platform participants. 100%. No VC or private sale, no advisor allocations, no team allocations. It's as close to a fair distribution as you can get. As a comparison, let's quickly look at some other metaverse projects to see their token allocation. So the first platform we'll look at is Froyo Games, which I've talked about in the past, and I do like. But if you look at the numbers, they have team 10%, strategic 5%, seed, strategic sale. So they have combined, there's about a quarter of their tokens allocated to either the team or investors. Looking at the next project, Nbox or Mobox, they have 28% allocated to the team or strategic partners. One of the bigger metaverse platforms, Sandbox, if you go to their white paper, they have, like, the team alone has 19% of the tokens, advisors 10, foundation 12, strategic sale, seed sale, almost like, it seems like at least half of their tokens are dedicated to the team and VC funds. And lastly, we'll look at Radio Kaka, whose team has 6% of the tokens, 8% is allocated towards future investors, and you got 4% towards the ecosystem partners. So that's actually relatively low, but it's not zero. So yeah, just on that aspect alone, it's a pretty interesting project. I'm on the white paper, and they actually break it down further. So you can see that 30% is allocated towards the community. 20% is dedicated to play and earn in guilds, which we'll talk about the guilds later on, and 50% is allocated towards play and earn in the games. Scrolling down, they'll tell you that the initial price of Nbox is set at 0.1 USDT. And if you look at the total number of tokens that will be out, it's 100 billion. So that gives you a fully diluted market cap of 10 billion, which is pretty huge. But you know, there's some factors that kind of negate that, which is the fact that, of course, there's no team and VC fund unlocking periods, so since they don't have any tokens to sell off. So as such, that's the circulating supply market cap won't really have any big spikes and should be pretty slow and predictable. Okay, so how do you earn these tokens? There's pretty much two paths that a player can take when deciding to play. They can either do it alone, which is this path up top here on the flowchart, or you can join or create a guild, which is down here. There's two types of NFTs in this game: Endguard NFTs for single players and Divine Beast NFTs for guild leaders. And both of them represent a certain number of hash rate to claim Nbox tokens. So the team provided me a video showing what it looks like to create your Endguard character. And you can see that there's a lot of different customizable parts up top here. So in that way, you can create your own cool, unique Endguard to begin upgrading. Another thing to note is that it's $50, 50 USDT to purchase your first Endguard. And that Endguard is going to represent 50 hash rate to begin with. So similar to Bitcoin mining, it's not just that hash rate number that you are mining at, but it's the percentage of total hash rate power that you own. So this isn't on their website also, but I'm going to show you what that mining looks like, and we'll talk about the metrics on here. So you can see that, well, first off, it looks like it's an idle thing. you may need to keep the window open in order to mine. On the top left here, you see the hash rate of your NFT, and just below that is the total hash rate of the entire ecosystem. And again, the amount that you mine is going to be based on your ratio of your hash rate versus that total hash rate. So that's going to be what's up here under my production, and then on the bottom shows the total production. So that's the total rate that Nbox can be mined at. So what's really interesting is that you can actually level up your NFTs, and you're going to want to level up your NFTs in order to earn that, have a higher hash rate to mine more Nbox. And how it works is that it basically costs 100 Nbox in order to increase your hash rate by 10. So going to the guild side, like I mentioned, the guild leader needs to have a Divine Beast NFT. And once you have that, you can recruit members. That Divine Beast has a certain number of hash rate also. But what's really cool is that they say collective breeding can increase its hash rate. But I think what they mean is pretty much that all the guild members can upgrade that Divine Beast, that same Divine Beast, so that the entire guild gets to benefit from that increased hash rate. What's also really interesting about being part of a guild is that the Nbox earned in the guild will be part of a guild DAO, and that is going to be voted on and proposed by members. So all members of the guild can put forward their own ideas for the development of the guild and make various decisions of the guild by voting. That guild is its own ecosystem and DAO. So it'll be interesting to see how those dynamics kind of play out. So basically the big picture of what's going on here is that you're going to either own your NFT or be connected with an NFT if you're a guild. And those NFTs have a certain number of hash power that will be mining Nbox. In addition, you're going to be wanting to play the games that this platform is going to have. There isn't much information about them now, but as you play those games, you'll be able to earn Nbox token either directly from the game or by trading whatever currencies in the game to more Nbox. And that Nbox is going to want to be used to upgrade your NFTs so that you can mine more Nbox. There's also a deflationary mechanism put into this platform, and that is, well, there's two actually. Any Nbox used to purchase N-guards get destroyed. Well, most of it gets destroyed, and I think it was like 5% get donated to the community as an operating expense. And the other way that N-guard or that Nbox tokens get destroyed is if you upgrade. To level up by using Nbox tokens need to be destroyed. So even though there is a huge total supply, those Nbox will be burned over time. Okay, so now that we know how the whole token ecosystem works, let's take a look at the roadmap and see when both the NFTs and the games are coming out. So you can see Q2 in 2022. The website was just released, so they're just getting started. And during this time also, the N-guard NFTs are going to be open for purchase, as well as the Guild Divine Beasts. In addition, their first game, if you go on the website, they have 3 games shown here. And the first one that's coming out is called Superhero. And the Superhero Alpha launch is also supposed to happen during this coming quarter. In Q3, they're going to have the Nbox token listed on a decentralized exchange. The next phase of the Superhero game will be launched, and they're going to have the Nbox NFT marketplace ready, as well as a community chat tool, which will be interesting, especially if you're part of a guild. So for sure, the biggest milestones to come are the sale of both of those NFTs and that first game. Another way to stay up to date with when these games are coming out is to join the Nbox platform. And here's where I'm going to shill my referral code, which I'm going to post in the description below. But how the referral system works is it's hard to read right here. But it says once you invite a friend to join, they'll become your first level friend, and you will get 10% rewards for every upgrade they make to NGuard. You only get any kind of bonus once your friend actually, one, purchases an NFT, and two, upgrades that NFT. So it doesn't even seem like you get anything for if they purchase an NFT. And by the way, you are allowed to, once you create an account, you can refer friends as well. So it's not just me that gets rewarded. Okay, let's look at the team and partners now. First thing to note, if you're looking on their website, is that there is no mention of any team members. So they're an anonymous team, which is definitely something to note if you're going to participate in this platform, because there's always an extra risk factor with that. Going to the partners, as I mentioned, this is a 100% fair token release. So there are no VC funds or investors. They just have Wallet Connect, Binance Smart Chain, and MetaMask, which, I presume they're just compatible with these wallets. Lastly, the social channels. Like I mentioned, the website just came out, and same with their social media channels. They have Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. You can see that right now they only have 18 followers. So then their first tweet was, February 23rd, and they've only had 2 tweets so far. So they're just getting started with their social media channels, but I presume Twitter and Discord are going to be the way to go if you want to communicate with the team. That's about it. Kind of to summarize, the pros is that fair distribution. And again, no team, no VC funds, no advisor allocations. Really can't beat that these days. Another thing is that you can earn both passively by mining and also by playing the game with your NFT and earning that way. And you'll definitely want to be doing both. And the other thing is that the guild system, where everyone can contribute to boost that collective mining power, is a really cool idea, and I think it'll lead to some interesting team dynamics and just creative ways for guild leaders to attract people to join their specific guild. The cons, well, the biggest one is that we don't really know what the games are going to look like yet. So as I mentioned, the first one's coming out soon, or at least the alpha testing. So that's a big question mark, because after all, it is all about the games, and there's no point in doing this if the games aren't fun. The other thing is that how are the NFTs going to be distributed? Is there going to be a limited supply? Are they going to burn the excess NFTs that are not sold off? So those are kind of question marks that haven't been answered yet that it will be good to know. And the last thing, of course, is that the team is anonymous, and there's no way to have any kind of accountability should things go wrong with the team. And apart from that, that's it for me. If you are interested in learning about some other metaverse platforms that I like, check out my review of Froyo Games here. Otherwise, I'll see you soon.